It's that time again. It's that time again.
You mean nap time?
Yeah. No, dude. Hey.
Oh, wait, no. We've got energy.
We got total energy.
Oh, goddamn straight we do.
And I'm pulling the curtains back one more time. Guess who's reclined with the big mic?
Yeah, all right. Look, this is legitimately a comfortable and reasonable way for me to sit until we have to hit the pause button for our mid-episode break. And I have to
AKA pee-pee break.
Yeah, pee-pee break. So then I've got to quietly lean back down.
I'll laugh.
Yeah,
when you hear Big Mike.
Yeah, yeah, the big fake laugh.
Yeah.
That's when I've got to put the seat down and go hit stop so we can go pee, because I'm usually getting a tap on the shoulder like, Alex, I gotta go pee. Welcome everybody to the Whiskey and Wine Podcast. I am Alex.
And I'm Big Mike.
Welcome to the Elimination Chamber.
Number 16, right?
Ooh, yeah,
Number
baby.
16. We're on fucking 4 hands right now.
Let me have
5, 10, 15. Yeah, 16.
Yeah, don't wait.
We've made it to 16.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, no, yeah, 4 hands. Okay.
See?
Took me a minute. I had to take my shoes off to get that one done.
Hey, doesn't matter. At some point, we're just going to not even name the number.
Yeah, no, it's
but
just
since we're
episode 1543,
right.
And we're still in season 1.
Still in season 1. Can't have the wives come and correct shit yet.
Not yet. The Elimination Chamber, Mike.
Oh, Elimination Chamber, man.
So this comes from what was it, Monday night over at Tap?
Yeah, we were at Tap.
Yeah, and there was an ad for the Elimination Chamber for WWE.
That's right.
It's kind of like a WrestleMania, but it's just the Elimination Chamber.
It's a pay-per-view, and since we're now out of football season, right?
Yep.
Super Bowl has come and gone.
We're finding shit to do.
So yeah, if you come by Tap 4 on a Monday after 8, there's
we're
a
watching
good
wrestling.
possibility that we're watching some old school.
Yeah.
Well, not old school, current, but
yeah,
brings me back to my younger days when I would follow, Hogan and Macho Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
days.
it's a lot different now, but yeah. So they've got the Elimination Chamber coming on this weekend.
Yeah. Pay-per-view coming from Saudi Arabia, I believe. I don't know much about it, right?
Yep.
But they did an ad.
Yep.
And our ears perked up while we were at Tap 4. We're like, oh, that's the name of the next episode.
Yeah, only because my version of the Elimination Chamber is the shitter.
And obviously, that's when I heard Elimination Chamber, I was like, oh, man. I got some evacuation stories of the old chamber.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that have been turned into Elimination Chamber that I don't think originally were. That's not supposed to be a bathroom. It is right now.
That's right. So we're putting our own spin on the Elimination Chamber for this episode.
Yeah. So
shout out, quick shout out to wrestling and WWE for everyone that, if anyone follows it. I used to follow it a lot when Cooper was younger, my son.
Yep.
I would take him to all the shows that came to Portland. So it's not going to be a wrestling episode.
No.
We're going to spin it as a
euphemism episode. What else have you used as a euphemism? The old Elimination Chamber, or I've got to go drop some kids off at the pool.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah, or I'm going to go file some paperwork real quick. Yeah. No, you got to have a way to give the old wink wink to whoever's next to you, like, I'm going to go take a shit right now. Please don't draw any attention to it. Like, hey, Alex, where are you going? Are you going poop?
I think that's what I'm going to start calling it from now on. I got to go to the Elimination Chamber. I'll be back in a few.
Well, we've called it worse things.
Oh, 1,000%, man.
Yeah. Well, what are we drinking this week, Mike?
Man, what are we drinking this week?
There you go. There's the bottle for you. You can read. Sesame Street has helped you.
The small batch.
C is for cookie.
So hold on real quick.
Uh-huh.
When we were sitting down planning this episode, the full 4 minutes that we take.
Yeah, no, we plan long ahead.
I was unaware until you shared the story with me about this bottle that we're drinking. So it's you have 4 bottles out of this lineup.
Yeah.
And I noticed all 4 were open. I don't remember consuming any of these until you made a mention that apparently after the crab night a few weeks ago, that
you went down the line.
And I don't remember.
All 4 bottles. So I found a deal online because I don't really see Michter's in the liquor stores very often. At least not more than just like one or two. Yeah, a onesie twosies here and there.
But to be able to find 4, right?
Yeah, so I found 4 bottles for essentially what is the same price as you can find them for OLCC prices here. And they would ship it to me, and so I figured, fine, a $10 difference in between, and I get all 4 bottles. Let's just do this. So they sat up on that shelf, completely sealed for, let's see, that was November. I think I ordered those.
Oh,
so
man,
for a while,
you're already making me feel bad.
So they sat up there sealed for a while because some people come up and they're like, oh, that's neat, and then they want to try something else. And we got up here and I think you essentially tried to do an around the world with the shelves in this room because you were like, wait, you got 4 bottles of Michter's?
You sure it's me? It wasn't the other friends that were up here that came up after the Crab Fest? Are you sure?
I am positive it was you.
Shit.
Because everybody else left and it was just you and I up here, like essentially understanding that we didn't have anywhere to be the next day and we could just do whatever we wanted. So you wanted to go through all 4 Michter's. So
hey, hold on. Side note to the listeners, I did spend the night. That was that was our first annual Big Mike spends the night at the Martins' house.
Yep.
So I was not driving, right?
Right.
No drinking and driving, right? Be safe.
Right.
But I did do all 4.
You did.
Oh,
all
man.
4. Yeah.
My bad. That was my bad.
No, I mean, look, the stuff sits here for a reason, right? It sits here so that it can be consumed, and you wanted to consume it. Now, do you remember consuming it? No.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah. So, technically, this is not your first taste of this.
Okay. All right, yes. Technically, apparently, I've had this before.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But we're starting off, Mitchell Bland. What is this? Just a straight Kentucky bourbon, right?
Yep.
All right. So there's going to be more reviews following for the other 3 bottles.
Yeah, eventually.
But
today, this is their small batch stuff.
Yeah.
And it's there's a chunk missing from this, Mike.
Whoa. That can't be all from me.
Well, it's not from this little baby pour that I got sitting in my glass.
Man.
Uh-huh. Hey,
I don't even know where to go.
Hey, cheers, Mike.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Take the...
I'm going to eliminate a little bit more of this. Hang on.
Ooh, that's smooth.
That's an easy drinker.
Very easy drinker. Not very hot.
It's got a little bit of something on the back of my tongue right now. That's pretty solid.
I always like to disclaim too. Big Mike's doing this neat.
Yep.
Not my normal.
Well, I mean, there's only been a few that we've added rocks to, and there was a fucking reason.
Sitting up here on a Sunday doing podcast episodes. It's nice to have a little dilution.
Like you can't just roll down the hill to get home.
No.
Yeah.
So what is this one? Where are we at proof wise? It's actually
come on.
45.7%. Yeah. Kentucky straight bourbon.
All right.
Getting a lot of caramel on it.
So we're not quite at 100 proof.
No.
All right.
But good flavor. I got some caramel.
Yep.
It's not hot. A little vanilla on the back end.
I was gonna say, like, I've got a little buttery something on the back end.
Well, let's keep this going.
God, why did I just say that? I've got a little buttery something on the back end.
I was gonna let it slide. I wasn't gonna say anything, but you just kept fucking talking.
Yeah, just butter me up, Mike. Butter me up.
Hey, JoJo, bring some butter up here.
No. Leave the lube alone.
All right, we'll keep sipping on this while we get into
Elimination
the Elimination Chamber
Chambers.
episode.
All right, so
you got any chamber notes you want to share with everyone?
Should we go down the just straight like actual like toilet stories first, and then we do the euphemisms? Because I got a toilet story for you.
You just start, man. I'll follow. You know, we're professionals.
Yeah,
so
we're really organized. Hang on, let me pull out the script and what I'm supposed to say here.
Well, let me get to page 23 of my notes here.
I'm scrolling on the iPad here. Hang on a second. Okay, so it says here I'm supposed. Oh no, never mind. So back in the day, fraternity days. So this is an old East Coast school. And the building that we were in was split into a fraternity and a sorority with like essentially a party wall like you would have in a townhouse or something like that in between the two.
All right.
So you've got the fraternity on one side and then the sorority on the other. The sorority side, I gather, is probably significantly cleaner than the fraternity side. Because we were the ones that would host the parties because, sororities were definitely alcohol free. But if they could have a party with us, they were fine with alcohol. So our side's a little rough. And at one point, like every other weekend, we clog a toilet because, God forbid, we be normal human beings and actually flush in a normal manner. No, we're just gonna clog the toilet. So maintenance comes by and they're like, well, shit, you guys really did it this time. So they're like, all right, we're going to go get the snake. And they get the snake out and they're trying to snake this drain and it's just getting worse and worse. And they're having to go further and further with the snake. And it's still not draining the 3 toilets in this bathroom. We're like, dude, we really did it this time. Yeah, bro. We need to eat more wings or something. We got to loosen this up a little bit. So we get they're sending the snake down and all of a sudden through the party wall, because like the bathrooms butted up against each other in the way they built this thing.
Okay. Cost effective. You got to back up that plumbing. All right.
Yeah. So all the plumbing's on the same side. So their bathroom backs up to our bathroom. And all of a sudden we just hear screaming coming through the party wall. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? Well, maintenance guy goes over, knocks on the door, gets escorted up to the bathroom. Apparently they sent the snake the wrong direction because it came up through the drain in the shower while one of the sorority girls was taking a shower.
Seriously?
So this poop-covered metal snake has popped off the drain cover and is just wiggling around out of the drain, and so she's screaming and runs away and everything else. And so they eventually pull the snake back and put the cap back on, and they try and do it again, and eventually I think they clear it. But essentially they got an experience that they probably were not expecting to have, which was a poop covered snake coming out of the shower drain in their sorority.
Hey, we can spin it. You actually helped them out because...
Did we?
Well, no, think about it. I don't want to...
Come on.
Women's hair, right?
How do you do this?
Clogged drains.
Oh, yes.
So you helped the sorority out by taking...
Preventive maintenance.
Yes, by taking our poop-covered snake... and draining out all of the women's hair out of
this
their
could be taken really wrong, Mike.
Buddy, yeah.
Our poop-covered snake cleaned out their drain.
Yes. I don't see a problem with this story.
Okay. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm going to go ahead and walk away from this conversation.
Don't let Big Mike by himself in the studio.
Oh my God.
We'll be censored so quick.
We've already been censored.
Apple Music.
Yeah.
Gangbang.
They don't like the gangbang.
Jeez, no respect for the Whiskey and Wine podcast.
Mm-mm. Our 6 listeners were very offended when they saw the title as just G and a bunch of stars and G.
yet they allow it in the intro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, the description said gangbang all over the place.
Get your shit together, Apple.
You bastards.
Come on.
No,
that's good, man. I like that.
Yeah. See, that's
helped out the sorority.
Yeah. No,
we can spin this in such a way that you guys were good neighbors.
I'm not spinning this any kind of a way.
Well, I'm trying to make it look like you guys were the heroes.
Yeah. Okay.
With your poop stick.
Our poop snake. Get it right.
Sorry. Poop snake.
Are you gonna refer to it as that from now on?
Maybe. Wait till I get home tonight.
Oh yeah, you let me know how that works out with Kate.
It's not gonna work out good, but I might be right back here. It's gonna be the quickest turnaround. Big Mike's gonna leave, and then about 45 minutes later, Big Mike's gonna.
I'm just gonna hear like, "Hey, can I stay here tonight?"
For our second annual whiskey and wine
sleepover. This one's not really planned. This one's more of a I can't sleep anywhere near her because I said it was a poop snake.
Yeah. Sorry, JoJo. I'm going to be right back. Can't get rid of Big Mike. I'm like herpes. I just keep showing up.
Oh, God. No amount of Valtrex has gotten rid of you yet.
No. You can't get rid of Big Mike that easy. Wow.
All right, what's your eliminate? All right, let's start out literal.
Okay.
And then we'll go euphemistic.
Okay.
Look at this vocabulary.
Dude, I know. I can't even follow it right now.
I know. We're so smart.
All right. So elimination chamber.
Uh-huh.
So first one that pops in my mind, I used to frequent a little NASCAR race in Loudon, New Hampshire every year.
Yes.
My wife's family and relatives out in New Hampshire. They would have season tickets to. They would hold 2 races out. This is back in the days. We're going back probably a decade, right? They would have 2 races of the NASCAR season.
Okay.
At this one smaller track. It was barely a mile. I think it was a 1.25 mile track. So it wasn't a big super speedway like a Talladega,
all right,
or a Daytona, right? Smaller track. But they would hold 2 races. They'd have a regular season race, and back in the day when NASCAR would do their race for the chase, it was a 10 race playoff for their championship.
Right.
And every year, race 1, the first one of the playoffs, was at Loudon, New Hampshire. So that was the one that we'd go back to every year. It was kind of we'd kill 2 birds with one stone, right?
Go see the family and see a race.
And see the race. And I remember the very first year that I went, I was the newbie in the family, right? These guys are all East Coast through and through.
You're the West Coast rookie.
Oh, buddy. Southern California, I was that guy, right? I was a Californian, moved up to Oregon.
Just wearing your board shorts with your big sunglasses.
That's
going,
right.
Bruh.
See, that was me.
Yeah.
So I showed up to this race for my very first one, and they were like, oh, geez, who did Kate bring this, who's this guy?
Who's
right?
this fucktard?
So they're diehard NASCAR fans. I didn't follow a lot of NASCAR in those early days. Coming from California, I kind of followed more of Indy races, right, from the Long Beach Grand Prix and that kind of stuff. So I was new to this whole NASCAR lifestyle.
All right.
And if you haven't been to a NASCAR race, you have to go.
Well, it's an experience.
Dude, it's the only sporting event that I've ever been to in my life that you can bring your own alcohol into the event itself.
God, that seems like such a good idea.
They have custom ice chests. You can go to Amazon and type in NASCAR ice chest, and there's special ice chest that fits under the grandstand bleachers.
Holy shit.
They're 18 by 18 by 18. It's a perfect cube, right? And they don't care what you bring in. It could be freaking glass, plastic, wine, beer, hard liquor. As long as the motherfucker fits in this ice chest,
holy shit,
you can bring it in.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. This explains a lot. All right. I'm learning. Yeah.
So,
all right.
First year ever, right? My wife's family says, meet us at the Blacktop at 6. We're leaving at 6 a.m.
Okay.
Perfect. Done. We all go our separate ways. I asked my wife, what the fuck is a Blacktop? She's like, it's the driveway. You got to be at the driveway at 6 a.m. I said, perfect. God. I show up, and I'm a Coors Light drinker, right, for sporting events.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I got a tap house. I love IPAs.
Yeah, but you're rehydrating.
But yes, if you, for the long play for the day,
yeah,
I'm a Coors Light fan.
right.
Well, they are Budweiser fans because at this time,
oh yeah,
they
Dale
are
Earnhardt.
yes,
Jr.
they are Dale Earnhardt Jr. Right, so they drive Chevys. Yep. They use the insurance that he reps at the time. Whatever's on his car, they're buying.
Yeah, right.
So I show up.
So the sales does actually.
Dude, NASCAR is unlike anything, dude. Like I said, I've been to probably 10 races throughout my life. Last one I did was a mother-son trip. We went to Daytona 500.
Yeah.
February of 2020.
Okay.
Right before COVID hit.
Yeah.
It is amazing to watch how fans, their purchasing power, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know much of NASCAR, so I did a quick little research, found a gentleman that was racing out of Vancouver, Washington. It was one of the few Northwest guys. Few from, you got the Bush brothers are from California. You got some West Coast representation, but most of them live one of the Carolinas. They're all East Coast.
Yep.
So I decided, all right, I'm going to go to my first race.
Okay.
I am going to cheer for Greg Biffle. He races out of Vancouver, Washington.
All right.
He's Roush Fenway. He drives a Ford, so I'm all on board. I probably couldn't pick the worst driver to cheer with my wife's family because they are Chevy fans and Budweiser fans. And here I come in, newbie,
Coors
Light, and I'm cheering on a Ford driver.
Oh man, you absolutely walked into a shit show.
I fucked up. I fucked up royally.
Yep.
But I decided.
I can't believe they actually took you. They could have just left you on the blacktop.
They could have left me on the blacktop. But you know what? I got respect because Greg Biffle fan to this day. Doesn't even race anymore, right?
No.
He no longer races.
Right.
But I decided I was going to stick with him. So year after year, my story's bouncing, but year after year, I would stick with Greg Biffle.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at you, loyal as
fuck.
Well,
I gained respect out of it, right?
All right?
So I show up to this race my first year, not knowing much. We're going out to Loudon, New Hampshire. It's about an hour away where we were staying in Newfields in New Hampshire.
Right.
Met at the Blacktop, hopped in the car, Chevy truck, by the way, and we drove an hour away. And as we were going through these small little towns on these side roads, we would slow down a little bit, and then more cars would get in our caravan. That's how they picked up their crew. So we get to this track, right? It's Loudon, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but it's literally in the middle of nowhere. We show up about an hour later, and I'm thinking, fuck, dude, I do not know exactly what I got myself into.
Oh, no.
Pull up, park all the Chevy trucks. It's literally a sea of Chevy trucks of everyone that we pulled up with. They start raising their flags because that's what you do. You got to represent the driver who you're cheering for.
Yeah.
And we start cooking. And when I say we start cooking, it's like now 7:15. We're at our parking spot, and we are cooking chili for lunch at 7:15. I don't think much of it, right?
Okay.
I'm drinking Budweiser because I didn't know what I should drink or what I should bring. They said, just show up at the Blacktop. You don't need anything. We'll have all the food and drinks. I make a sly comment. Oh, Budweiser, I'm a Coors Light fan. Get a lot of heckling and made fun of. All right. Race doesn't start. I should have said this earlier. Race doesn't start until 2 p.m., I believe.
Oh, so you've done breakfast and lunch and a fuck ton of beer.
Oh, buddy, I'm probably a case of Budweiser deep, right?
Oh.
We've now, fast forward, this is like now noon. So now we're eating our chili that we started at 7:15 a.m., right? My tummy is doing things that I've never experienced before.
Oh my God.
So I make a quick comment. I was like, oh man, it's that time. I gotta
file some paperwork.
Where's the office? So they point over there and they say, hey, you might want to bring a roll of this with you. Because at this late, they said, at this late, we don't know what's left. And they hand me a roll of toilet paper.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, at this late, motherfucker, the race is still 2 hours away. Thank God they brought me toilet paper because I walked into a frickin' porta potty.
Oh, no.
this field that we're in, because that's all we're in is a field, right?
Right. You're in the central field in the middle of the track.
And I don't know how many acres. I want to say it's probably 60, 70, 80, 90 acres, this parking lot, right? And we're just at a tip of it.
Yeah.
So I have to walk probably 75 yards to a bank of porta potties, right? There's probably like, I don't know, 20, 25 porta potties, and they're every maybe 50 yards away, right?
Yeah.
So I go there, got my own toilet paper. I'm thinking, I don't know why I'm holding this. I don't see anyone else with toilet paper. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't know what's going on. Finally wait in line. I get to the porta potty. Buddy.
Oh, no.
I've seen some gross stands in my life.
Oh, no.
But a NASCAR porta potty 2 hours before race time.
Oh, no.
I'm not the only one there to make a deposit, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God. Please tell me it's not mounding.
Oh, buddy. There's no blue water. The blue water is it's
done.
It's done. I think that track does 120,000 on the stand, so that's not including any campers.
That's not the infield. That's just the stands.
Yes, that's the stands. I think 110,
shit.
120,000 fans, right? And granted, they're split over this field of just daytime tailgaters, right? Because we showed up on Sunday for the Sunday race,
right?
Oh, man.
Not including the overnighters and the other, the all weekenders.
So talk about an elimination chamber.
Oh,
the fierceness of what happened in there after eating chili and a case of Budweiser. All I have to say is thank you for bringing extra toilet paper, because the porta potties, they're fucking out. All right, they're not getting serviced again until Monday. So pre-race, there is no toilet paper in these porta potties. The shit is crowning. They're full.
Oh my God.
That was my worst elimination chamber ever.
Oh my God, no.
I had no shame. No shame, right? Because I'm one of many in a sea of NASCAR tailgaters in a field outside of Loudon, New Hampshire, buddy.
Oh God. Like, that's just... It's awful in every way, shape, and form. Nope. That's a hard pass.
So I learned that was year one. That was year one.
And you kept going back. You experienced this and you kept going back only because, like, the rest of it overshadows the mound of literal shit that you have to deal with for the porta potty.
Yes. And I gained hell of respect that year, because years following, starting with just the next year 2, my wife's family, shout out Buxton's, they treated me well. Because not only did I do the hazing of year one, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that I showed up for probably 5 more after that first year.
Yeah.
Dude, hella respect. They treated they treated me very well the first year.
Yeah.
But the fact this was during the dynasty of the New England Patriots.
Oh.
So I showed up for year 2.
Okay.
And they have, I'm going to actually bring it in one of these episodes, and we'll put the poster or the picture on our social media. But at the time, New England Patriots, they had Coors Light sponsorship. So NFL's always been a Budweiser sporting event.
Yep.
But old Jerry Jones of the Cowboys, he was the one that broke that tradition.
Uh-huh.
And he went with another beer as the team sponsor. So even though the NFL was sponsored by Budweiser,
right,
he decided we're going to jump ship and go with someone else. So now everyone kind of has their own spiel, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, Coors Light was the sponsor for the Patriots. So Kate's family bought me my own soft shell special New England Patriot 30-pack of Coors Light.
Wow.
So when I show up for year 2, they had that waiting on the blacktop, and I knew, all right, I built.
Yep.
I'm now in with the family.
You're
right?
in, yeah. You've earned your respect.
And the fact that I showed up after that first year, I mean, they hazed me so hard. Every question I asked, they was like, what are you talking about, you city slicker from California, right?
Uh-huh.
I built so much respect that they would buy Coors Light for me to have at the race. So I knew I was special. And then year 3 was even another one. I mean, I can have a whole nother story. But one of the gentlemen I was with worked for, probably 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. 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 7 years one of the temp agency and shit. I cannot remember to save my life. One of the larger national temp agency, right?
Yeah.
They were a small sponsor on Biffle's car.
Oh.
So we get there, we set up shop, right? There's cornhole, there's what's the ring game where you throw like washers, kind of like.
Oh yeah, it's washers.
Just washers, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they set up all the games, right? Because you're there all day.
Yeah.
So you're not just bringing fucking beer and food. Like you have.
It's not just a lawn chair and beer.
No. I mean, to NASCAR, like I said, if you've never been to a NASCAR race, unfortunately, where we are in the Pac Northwest here in Portland,
there's nothing.
The closest track, I think, to us is Stockton, California.
Yep.
I plan on going out to the Arizona track before Madison leaves Arizona. Vegas would be another one.
Yep.
But if you have never been, you have to go. Even if you're not a race fan, just the fact that you can bring in bourbon, right, to a fucking sporting event, and you're not paying $17 for a Coors Light, right? It's just an experience.
Wow.
Just an experience in its own. But they would buy me my own shit. They would have my own shit. But then they surprised me after lunch. They said something about, oh man, I wish we had someone that we knew that would use these tickets to go fucking meet Greg Biffle.
Oh, no one, fuck.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, right? You guys are razzing me because I'm a Biffle fan. And he goes, no, seriously, I got 2 tickets.
No.
If you want to go in the suite for a meet and greet with Biffle.
Oh my God.
And I go, you guys fucking serious? They go, yeah, and there's pit passes, so you can go in the pits. And I was like, oh my God. Are you like I thought they were still pulling my leg. They brought me 2 tickets, and they go, dude, they're all yours. And I was like, none of you guys are going with me? None of the guys would go with me because it wasn't
Biffle.
A Chevy driver,
right?
Right. So I ended up bringing one of their wives. She's like, well, fuck it, I'll go with you. So we went pit row, fucking saw the car up close, went up into one of the suites for a meet and greet. And I was dumbfounded that no one else wanted this, right? We got wine and dine. There was free food, free liquor, free all this stuff. And then
probably a decent bathroom.
Absolutely, right? I didn't have to fucking shit in a porta potty with no toilet paper. But I remember I was so geeking out that I was going to actually meet this driver that I just kind of started following, that I said something along. I told one of the PR guys for the team, I said I came all the way from Oregon. And that guy didn't believe me. He goes, show me your driver's license. And I remember I gave him my Oregon driver's license. Yeah. Boom, autograph hat out of the deal.
Yeah.
He gave me a hat. He goes, all right, man, he'll sign this when he comes in the room, and I'll tell him I'll tell him that there's an Oregon fan for him. And he even said something about, you came all the way from Oregon for this race?
What the fuck are you doing in Loudon, man?
I gave him the whole spiel, right? Weiss family's from New Hampshire. You're my guy, dude. Fucking through and through. Fucking Roush Fenway. Fucking let's go. Sign my hat. It's in my office. So I'm gonna for maybe not the next episode, because a quick mic drop, dude. We have a guest coming on the next episode, right? But maybe the one following that, I'm gonna try to find my Greg Biffle hat and my New England Patriots Coors Light soft cooler.
And maybe some Browns gear for up in here. I mean,
it's coming. I know. Son of a bitch, it's coming.
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but like the Greg Biffle stuff will probably be the prettiest stuff in here at that point. Because right now we're looking at Washington Commanders rug, a Pac-2 flag.
Shout out to the Pac-2, buddy.
Yep. But you know, the Browns, like, that's another defeatist like thing to put in here.
It will fit in.
I think
what you're saying is it's going to fit in.
Yeah, the Brown stuff will fit in. I think the Biffle stuff needs to go back because I don't want to taint it with just the loser-esque aesthetic that I've got going on in here.
Hey, you never know. Maybe Greg Biffle listens to our podcast.
You know, maybe he's got nothing else going on, and on a random Sunday he wants to come down here now and hang out with us, and he can tell us all about the shitters that were in the pits.
This episode of Whiskey and Wine Podcast sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. Call us to book your next event, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com and plan your next wine, beer tasting, birthday party, or just great weekend with them. pdxpartybus.com. Oh man, NASCAR races. We should probably do a field trip out there one day for the podcast, Martin.
Yeah, the problem is I don't think we'd make it back.
No.
Is that like a euphemism for something though? Like we should go take a field trip? Are you gonna just take me out into the woodshed?
Dude, you're the one with the farm. You could fucking bring me out to the quote unquote farm and just leave me for dead by the fuel tank.
Where did Mike go? Oh, I took him out to a farm to grow old at. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna drag you out into the middle of nowhere, bury you, and the sheriff in the area is my buddy. They will never find your body.
Hey.
I figured that's the line that I'm gonna use with every boy that ever shows up for McKenna from now on.
Yep.
And it's just gonna be I have a couple 100 acres in the middle of nowhere. The sheriff in the area is my buddy. They will never find your body.
Yeah, don't tell my wife this because my insurance policy is pretty stout. So I tell her all the time I'm worth way more dead than alive. So let's not remind her of all the acreage you got.
Who says she hasn't already approached me?
Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna be drinking anything over here anymore.
Don't worry.
This bourbon smells like chloroform.
No, it's totally fine. I definitely would not roofie you.
Oh, jeez.
I think it would take a horse tranquilizer for you.
Yeah, you better step up your game to knock out big fucking Mike. I don't want no one roofie bullshit. You're gonna have to step up to 3 or 4.
Ooh, maybe I'll hook up like a electric chair to the recliner, so as soon as you recline you do your
we've talked about this at Tap 4 that I need to have a fucking remote control to the 9 bar stools at the counter with a little shock therapy, right? So if anyone
starts getting out of hand.
Yeah. I have some code words. There's a few customers that we have pre-planned. They're not safe words. I guess they're just code words, right? So there's a few that knows that if they get on a little tangent or gets a little loud or things get a little heated, that I can say certain words for certain individuals.
Bananas.
Well, one's fresh cakes.
Fresh cakes?
Yeah, the little urinal fucking mint things that are at the bottom. Fresh cakes. So one of my customers.
Okay, whoa.
Oh, are we going down a whole nother rabbit hole right now?
I didn't know they were referred to as fresh cakes.
Well, I don't think that's the actual term, but that's the term that I have with one regular customer.
I was going to say I gotta be more like conscientious about what you're bringing over to the house from now on. I brought you some fresh cakes, Alex.
See?
Ooh, these good crunchy.
Oh, they smell good. So he knows that if I yell fresh cakes from the back of the bar, he knows that is a code that he's going down a certain path, right? That I need him to kind of bring it back in. So,
all right, code words are important.
Dude, code words are important, man. You just can't, sometimes you got to poop. You might not be in a situation to say, "Hey, I got to go poop."
I have to go take a shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go drop the kids off at the pool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna file some paperwork.
Oh, dude, the office, man.
Yep.
Kate knows. I got to go to the office for a while. She knows what that means.
Yep. Oh yeah. Go into the office. Yeah.
Big Mike going to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Probably won't happen in my lifetime, but
well, that may be the closest that they ever get to a bowl.
That's right.
Oh wow. Oh God, that's awful.
What else have we got? I mean, some things probably I don't know if I'm going to say, but I'm a respectable businessman in this community.
No. I think we've already gone down the keyhole of Mike.
Get your key out of my hole, Martin.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot. Well, what'd you think of this one so far?
Well, you heard the glass just get set down. It's getting empty. It's really, I'm enjoying it.
For the second time.
Okay. Second time, technically, yes. First time that I remember, it's good. I still, we're going to have to put a camera up here. I'm not sure I had all 4 the other night.
Yes.
Well, you
did.
say yes.
All 4 were sealed.
No, you were with me too. You must have been as inebriated that I was. So
no.
I don't know if I trust you.
I remember pouring them for you. I remember pouring that because it was like, hey, do you want to just go down the line of Michter's there? And you're like, fuck yeah, buddy. Here's the glass. Yeah, which was first? Well, the first one's the sour mash. Cool.
Oh, we started there?
Yeah. And then I took you through the rye and
So I was drunk. I went right to left.
I don't even remember what you did.
I don't either, man. I blame the Elks Lodge.
Yeah, or, switching in between vodka and tequila was a good choice.
Well, once again, I'm going to throw your wife under the bus on that one. I was happily content with crab and vodka.
Uh-huh.
And then at some point in the night,
the tequila came out.
I lost words, and the very nice gentleman bartender asked what I was drinking. And I couldn't remember what I was drinking, and I happened to be with your wife.
That's a great sign.
And I said, I'll have what she's having.
And somehow you're shocked that you went through 4 bottles of Michter's and don't remember
coming
it.
Clear now.
Yeah, so
because I was fine on vodka soda. I was perfectly content. Eating all the crab, drinking all the butter. I have memories that I will take to my grave of that night. And then somehow I switched to ranch water, and that's where shit started getting a little foggy. And then apparently we came up here and just started doing fucking bourbon sampling.
Yep.
That I don't remember.
And after everybody left and it was just you and I up here, you just started going through all of it. Fortunately, I think I said no to the Blantons because you already have Blantons at home. And it was like, you can taste that on your own. But yeah, no, we could do this and this and this and this and this and this. And then Mike just took off his glasses and went face first into a bed.
Thank God that bedroom's close to the studio. We should have recorded. Now I'm a little perturbed that we didn't do an episode that night. It might have not been even.
I don't think it would have been airable.
No. Or even
just
words, right? It could have just been us mouth breathing. But we should have just kept that for like a fucking behind
subscriber exclusive.
Well, see, we've been talking about doing a
Yeah. Sign up for $2.99 a year, and you too can listen to Mike and Alex drunkenly snore in the chairs.
We're gonna steal the Buy-Mart model. $3 for a lifetime membership.
Hey, but you know what? If we get, let's say, 100 subscribers, by some miracle, that's $300 that we could throw towards more booze.
That's right.
And more subscriber exclusives. And then we just build the brand and we're fantastic.
Yeah, we're going to need help at some point.
Yeah, at some point we need somebody to help us with 1, the audio, 2, the social media, and then
most importantly, 3, the bourbon connection.
Yeah.
So we have some friends out there.
I don't know. We'll see. Like, we've got a special guest coming up next week. We'll see what he does. We'll see if he does anything impressive or not.
I know him. He's an industry guy. Wait till I can only imagine what kind of knowledge he's going to drop on. Not just us, but our listeners.
We're probably going to be smarter at the end of that episode. But in all honesty, and until I'm just getting on that PJ, getting that private tour of the Buffalo Trace Distillery, we haven't made it yet. We got to work a little harder on this.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, the national tour and the stadiums filling up, 30,000 seats, where you and I are just in like remote control recliners.
Well, I'm telling you, man. So McCurdy, daughter's at UK. She's same age as Maddie. So we have 2 more years. We might have to try to make a trip out there. Because it's a different fucking world, man. I went out there for 1 football game, and I told you, their tailgating way different than some West Coast and even Midwest, right? I've been to a few college games all over, but man, the fact when I showed up to a tailgater at UK, and instead of seeing, ice chests and troughs and other vessels that can hold beer. Yeah. And when I walked up in there and there was, there must have been 6 of those 10 by 10 shade tents set up. Yeah. And all you could see was those cheap ass freaking hard molded plastic Kmart branded pools, right? And they were full of ice and fifths of fucking whiskey. Yeah. I was like, I was so distraught because I didn't have enough time to do any tours while I was there, right? We were there for a Browns game, Thursday night Browns game. I remember it was Steelers in division rival game. We saw that Thursday. Somehow McCurdy and I, we sobered up enough to drive. God, it was probably, I don't even know, 4, 5, 6 hours away to Kentucky from downtown Cleveland. Got there, stocked up his daughter, got some groceries, had dinner, right? We took it easy the first night, and then that next day was a UK football game, and I was like, this is where I should be. Yeah. The amount of bourbon that's consumed on college football was just a whole nother level.
And probably some bourbon that we have not seen.
Yeah. So we might have to try to get out there.
This is my parents' distillery.
He will have no problems with us. I just talked to him the other day. Right. He was heading out there, and we should maybe try to get a.
We got to learn how to do like live episodes, and so then we can start like we'll do a distillery tour someplace, and we'll go to a UK game, and we'll do some live episodes of just you and I walking around with like these giant microphones taped to our chest and giant headphones on going, hey there, we're the Whiskey and Wine Podcast. Yeah. What have you got there?
From Portland, Oregon.
Yeah. Like,
we're going to get it. They're going to lock us up.
No,
they're going to totally lock us up.
We'll get a bunch of free bourbon. Come on, man. I mean, there's worse things.
All right, so that might be later on in the horizon. That's going to be a out of the state field trip that we're going to take.
All right, still in season 1 though.
Oh, absolutely, season 1. Season 1's never going to end. I'm sorry, honey, but we're never going to end season 1.
Nope, never. All right,
this is really good. You know how I can tell?
It's empty.
Well, I have a little left, but yes, it's going down.
So this is the Michter's small batch bourbon that has a little dent out of it. Mike,
I was gonna say, don't fucking throw me under the bus. You've been on that one. I know you've been on that one.
I mean, maybe.
See, and there's some other guys. I'm not gonna throw out names. Weaver, Braden, Fell. I know you guys have been up in this room.
Yeah,
there's been evidence. Someone's been in Big Mike's chair.
Yeah, I don't know who sat in it, but that was a mistake on their part.
I'm like a fucking bloodhound. I've sniffed that out. Not literally.
But don't be sniffing the seat, Mike. Jesus, nobody needs to see that. That's going to be our next social media post, is just you sniffing the chair like, I'm going to figure out who was in my chair.
That's right, see? Well, that was good. That sounded real good in the headphones.
ASMR, baby.
Oh, man. All right. This is good. I know you said I've had this before. I don't quite remember.
No, I know you don't remember it, but at least you're having it now when you can potentially remember it. So, all right. So going back over our scoring. So from bottom to top, we go ruby, high silver, gold, high gold, and then platinum. And we're basing this off of both taste, availability, and cost.
Yep. And spit some knowledge on me, because I know this was one of your online purchases.
Yeah,
correct?
But that was the 4-bottle pack. So this small batch you can find generally here and there in the Oregon liquor stores, reasonably priced, in the 40s typically.
I was gonna say I didn't want to put a number on it, but I feel like it's under 50 a bottle.
And so you can find it. It is reasonably priced. You get into some of the other ones and they don't show up as often in the Oregon market, but this one is available generally. It just depends on where and when you show up, but yeah, you can find it. I don't know. For me, I think it's not knocking my socks off.
It's good. It's a good drinker.
It's a good drinker.
I already have in my head.
Do you want to go first then?
I mean, I'll go first.
All right, you go first.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go off of everything. Remember, once again, we talk about availability, price, flavors. I think it has good flavors. Like you said, it doesn't really... It's not knocking my socks off.
Right.
I still would... Big Mike's a sucker for Angel's Envy.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, my taste buds keep going back to that. But as far as our grading scale, I'm going to put this right smack in the middle, man. I'd give Big Mike's going to give this a gold.
You know, I'm right there with you. This has not been so fantastic that I wanted to refill my glass. I think this is a good drinker. This is a gold. This
would be something I would like to explore with some smoke.
Yep.
Right. Throw some cherry on there, or some apple, and just kind of see what.
I think you could have some fun with this one.
So, I think it's just mid-range for me.
Yeah.
Right. Gets a nice gold, right? And the Olympics, that'd be first place in the Olympics, right?
Exactly.
And our dance scale, it's a little lower, but I feel like value, right, has a nice color. I do like the bottle.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of stuff that I don't like about it, but I figure as far as
availability, price, and then just the flavor in it, like I'm not like, oh wow, what's that? Ooh wow, what's that? There's not a bunch of complexity in it that makes me desperately want to have another glass right now.
Yeah. So that's my justification. Gold, man. We're on the same page. Look at that.
Look at that. Wait here.
Are we gonna? Oh God, hold on.
Stretch.
There we go.
Good job, Mike.
It might be that time we have to go take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Can you hold that until you get to your place?
Trust me, I'm going to Tab. I'll drop one over there
in your brand new toilet.
Oh, that's right, Toto baby. Bruner's Plumbing, shout out. Tap for his plumbing needs.
And you needed. You desperately needed.
I needed. It's good though.
No?
Fucking painted, dude. It looks good.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to making the sign for behind it, but you went ahead and got all fancy and painted it and shit. So. Fine, whatever.
That's right.
Whatever.
Winning. I'm winning over here, buddy.
Look at you checking shit off of your list.
That's it. Can't stop, won't stop.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. This week was Elimination Chamber. Drinking a little bit of the Michter's small batch bourbon. Next week, we've got a hell of a good surprise. I mean, so we had our number one draft pick on for a guest.
Yeah.
And next week we got somebody who's I think gonna be a hell of a lot of fun, and also probably gonna make us significantly smarter than I think we started out as.
Plus checking off boxes, man. So we've had our first guest, right?
Yes.
Court, if you haven't listened to the other episode, we had
Sassy Man Apocalypse.
Yeah, we had our good friend Court Johnson on the podcast. Busy guy. He does morning radio in San Fran, so he wasn't actually in studio.
But we managed to get him on remotely.
Him on. So technically, first guess goes to Court. But we are having literally our first in-studio guest for the next episode.
We're letting somebody into the circle of trust.
Oh, man. I just hope they like the... I mean, it's kind of a shit show in here.
It is an absolute shit show in here.
Hopefully we get everything dialed in.
We'll nail it.
And plumbing tape.
Yeah, no, dude.
We're not plumber's tape, painter's tape.
No, we'll have it all nailed perfect.
That's right.
I'll get it all set up perfect. We'll be rocking it right out of the gate.
Right, dude.
There won't be an issue.
One take. That's all it's going to take is one take.
One take Westfall. Yep, absolutely.
So, hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Like I said, stay tuned for our first in-studio one for next time.
Yep.
Big time for the Whiskey and Wine podcast.
And remember to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Whiskey and N, like the letter N,
That's
Wine Cast, or www.whiskeyandwine.com. You can see all the episodes there, a little bit of a synopsis, and then remember to drop us a line and yell at us about what we got wrong, or
pretty much what we got right is what they're gonna tell us.
Really, just pat us on the back, because we're just freaking fantastic at this. I mean, like,
you can say what we did wrong, but we're not gonna listen. So
true. I mean, dude, at least we've never dropped any kids off in the chairs yet.
The day is still young, buddy. The day is still young. You never know. Whiskey and Wine podcast brought to you by Tapforia Tap House and Bottle Shop. Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Stop in for a pint, mug, or growler fill of your favorite adult beverage. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard, visit tapforia.com and follow them on their social media to see what they have each day on tap. Tapforia, craft beers and wine.